Ted Kotcheff came in and made a film called Wake in Fright.
This is John Grant, a handsome, intelligent, ambitious young school teacher. This is John Grant, an ugly, sweaty, desperate animal. What happened to John Grant? The Outback happened to John Grant.
It was a slowly developing nightmare of drinking, fighting, shooting, hunting kangaroos. Just like a lost weekend.
Just one more spin, and you're out of it.
Terrible thing, losing all that money.
Nightmarish weekend.
I thought it was really interesting to see the Australian outback and the really bizarre psyche that Ted Kotcheff saw as a Canadian.
The outback and the Canadian North are identical. The same kind of vast landscapes where it's not freedom, you're trapped in this empty space.
We're so isolated, there's nowhere to go.
And the same kind of people are attracted to going to these empty spaces and being imprisoned by them.
Could be worse.
How?
Supply of beer could run out.
I like going into exotic landscapes, exotic situations, things I know nothing about, and penetrate them.
And he did it affectionately. It wasn't a send-up of us. It was, in fact, a delighted view of just who we are.
Hey!
I was just checking your oil.
Not of all Australia, but of an experience of Australia.
The actors that came up to me,
John Grant.
a lot of them would shake my hands, and they'd practically crush my hand when they came in for an audition.
Crawford's the name. Jock Crawford.
One guy came in, he squeezed it so hard, I yelped in pain. I said, ow!
G'day, John. How are you?
What did you do that for? You almost broke my hand. And he said, I'm terribly sorry, but you know, acting is not considered a very manly work in Australia. And people think you're a poofter or something if you're an actor.
Hey, fella, come and have a beer with us. Come on, come and have a beer.
Wake in Fright does reflect something about the Australian character.
What's the matter with him? He'd rather talk to a woman than drink.
Something about the Australian uneasiness about the bush.
You like it?
Paradise on earth.
As a foreigner, you see things which Australians take for granted or accept as part of the dailiness of their life. They don't see what's eccentric or idiosyncratic about their life.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a record of a time and place that existed right there and then when we made that picture. He knew the effect that the frontier has on those who see themselves as civilized Europeans.
What's the matter with you people, huh? You sponge on you burn your house down, murder your wife, rape your child, that's all right. Not have a drink with you, not have a flaming bloody drink with you, that's a criminal offence, that's the end of the bloody world.
You're mad, you bastard.
Australians at the time didn't want to see it as Australia. People walked away saying, that's not us, we don't behave like that.
It was not a film the Australian Tourist Board would want to advertise.
The kangaroo hunting is footage of a real kangaroo hunt.
I agreed with a couple of kangaroo hunters, could I put my camera on the back of their stake truck? We just photographed them doing their ghastly work. They have a spotlight on top of the truck, and the spotlight mesmerizes the kangaroos. They never leave the truck. They rest their guns on the dashboard and shoot. And one of them said to me, what part of the kangaroo would you like me to shoot? I said, what's the difference? He said, well, you know, if you shoot in the kidneys, they drop immediately. If you shoot them in the heart, they jump around 2 or 3 times and then die. I said, look, I don't want to hear this. You just get on with it. And they were amazingly accurate. Psh, the kangaroo would drop right on the spot. Then about 2 o'clock in the morning, it started to miss.
The big fella just won't go down, John.
They'd wound the kangaroo and have to chase the kangaroo down and kill it. I said, what's going on? I glanced over and they were drinking whiskey.
Joey boy!
So I said, boys, I think it's time to go back to the refrigerator truck.
I thought and think that it's one of the best films that's ever been made in Australia.
G'day, Jeanette.
Pretty as ever, eh?
I've always been very proud of my involvement with it because I think that it is a really gutsy, accurate look at a kind of mad, libidinous quality that is somehow very much at the heart of our character.
Walkabout.
There is a place where time stands still, where nature is harsh and demanding.
Nick Rogue, the director of Walkabout, was a chum of mine. He captured some of that quality of the outback.
I like the original quality of the landscape and the setting.
The production designer, Brian Eatwell, on the film was a very good friend of mine. And we had dinner together, and he was out of his mind. I thought he was on drugs or something. He was as if he had the most amazing experience. He was like this. Oh, I can't tell you, it was just amazing what we did out there. First of all, they wore, T-shirts and shorts, and they just wore shorts. And finally, they shot naked. They used to go to work naked because they were living in tents in the middle of nowhere. They had some kind of religious revelation or something out there.
This place is no place for civilized man.
If it hadn't been for these invaders telling us something about what we looked like and what our landscapes looked like, our cultural anonymity would have been utter.